little story about a CD that I made for students that is a test relaxation CD. And it has different parts. It basically helps you relax and visualize taking a test and succeeding, which, look, this is great. Anyway, it has different parts. It has an introduction, and then a breathing exercise, and then a relaxation, and then a visualization. But in the introduction, it says, "My name is NatalieBradley." And now when I see students, that's what they say, "My name is Natalie." And see, the introduction was only meant to be listened to one time. But this class listens to the introduction over and over, which might explain a few things. But honestly, I am so honored to be here. Thank you so much. It's an unprecedented honor, and I feel very privileged, and I'm constantly astounded by your intelligence and your incredible sense of humor. And by now I know that you have already established your competency and clinical skills through our excellent instruction, your ability to multitask, and I know that you have a thorough foundation in the nursing process, and I certainly know that you have a heightened sense of safety measures in place. But I would like to highlight that to remain centered, calm, and at times reassuring to others in these circumstances requires a very high level ability to synthesize data and emotions. To be kind, while at the same time mentally assessing a complex patient and thinking ahead to the next moment, requires emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a frequently overlooked key to success in the world of work. Yet Egon Zehnder International, a leading executive search firm, conducted a study of over 500 senior executives and concluded that emotional intelligence was a better predictor of success than either previous experience or high IQ. And I believe that this is why the field of nursing places a very high priority on patient emotions, and why patients have listed compassion as the most important quality that they seek from nurses. So it is my hope for you that you will always realize the emotional responsibility of your position. When your patient is weak or in pain or otherwise compromised in some way, there is actually an imbalance of power, and it is what you do with your power that matters. Now I know this may be a lot to ask when you're on a floor full of patients. I can't even imagine. I'm not a nurse, but I can imagine the hospital is understaffed or you're being called to respond to an emergency. But I believe in the power of transcendence as a counselor, the ability to rise above any situation, to see it objectively and see your role in the grand scheme of things. In fact, transcendence was originally listed as the highest human need in Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So, I ask you, what do you want to create in your history of patient care, your personal history, and your professional history? Personally, I hope that you will go forth and be a beacon of light and hope to others. They will be looking up to you. They will be placing their trust in you to make sound decisions and take action, delivered with compassion. And I hope that if you choose to continue your education, you reach the very highest level possible, that you discover exciting and groundbreaking advancements in the field of nursing, and please come back to our colleges and universities and bring your wisdom and experience to bright and eager, impressionable new students wanting to become nurses and nurse practitioners. For the highest love that you can have for someone is to see their potential. Speaking of new students, I know that not long ago, many of you put almost everything on the line to be here. And I know that many of you might be looking at the search for work as yet another daunting journey. But I can look at you right now and see possibilities. All of you creating gainful employment in the area of your interest and advancing quickly. Some of you becoming leaders, creating innovative approaches that value health, competency, and compassion. Speaking of innovative approaches, I think I might create another CD on creating the most incredible job you can imagine. Now, I don't know all of your individual goals, but if I had to imagine your vision, it would be something like you let go of all of your fears right now, and you breathe deeply. And notice you can breathe easier. And you let your life flow through you. And you see the future as something bright and waiting for you, letting it unfold in the most wonderful ways possible. I see a spectacular interview performance in which your employers are impressed by your strengths and skills, and you are notified very shortly afterwards that they have chosen you for this particular job because it is in the area of your particular interest, your specialty, and your passion. And your former classmates and colleagues have their own interest and are landing jobs that are a perfect match for them. And all of you find your work to be challenging but enjoyable because it is what you love, and you know that whatever you put your heart into, it will blossom into the most amazing experience of your life. And as always, take what you like from these suggestions and leave the rest. But I have one last hope for you, if I may, and that is, after you have taken those deep breaths, and you're in that wonderful relaxed state, and you walk through the threshold of the doorway to the interview of the job of your dreams, please don't let the first words that come from your mouth be, "My name is